So we've just finished Tisha B'Av, a full night and day that we've spent mourning the destruction of the two temples and really mourning every Jewish tragedy throughout our history. And as soon as Tisha B'Av is finished, we turn our attention to Shabbat. And particularly this year when they're so close together, we've finished Tisha B'Av and immediately we move in to what we call Shabbat Nachamu, literally translated as the Shabbat of Comfort. Named partially because we read in the Haftarah, or we choose to read the Haftarah of Nachamu, Nachamu Ami. Be comforted, my people. And the question is, what is the comfort? There seems to be no difference. We've just spent a day mourning the temple, and the temple's still not here. We're still waiting, we're still living in hope, and we're still in difficulty, in exile, and living through the challenges that we were yesterday morning. So what exactly is the difference? Why do we have Shabbat Nachamu, this Shabbat of comfort, immediately after Tisha B'Av? So I'd like to suggest, based on Rav Hirsch, a slightly different way of looking at this Shabbat. Rav Hirsch points out that the word Nechama does not just mean comfort, but is used in many instances throughout our Torah to actually mean reconsideration. To look at things from a different perspective and see them differently and choose a different path. Vayinachem, it says it by Joseph, where he chooses to do things differently. Hashem, it says, has an element of regret at the end of creation. Vayinachem, he looks back and he wonders whether it was the right thing to do. Vayinachem, he looks back again after Moses smashes the two tablets, and God decides that he's going to continue to put his efforts into the Jewish people. Throughout a number of instances in our Torah, Vayinachem, this root Nechama, doesn't mean to comfort, but it actually means to choose to do things differently, to choose a different perspective. And when we read Nachamu, Nachamu Ami, I don't look at it as comfort, be comforted my people, but Nachamu, Nachamu Ami, let us choose a different path. Let us take Tisha B'Av, let us take this time of year, let us take the lessons that we hopefully began to think about over this day and really make a difference in our life. We spent time thinking about how the world is not quite as it should be. There are so many challenges that we face as a nation, and there are so many challenges that we face as a world, as a unit. And it's our opportunity now, beginning with Shabbat Nachamu, to be Vayinachem, that we can choose to leave a world behind for the next generation that will be different from the one that we live in right now. We have the opportunity, beginning tomorrow or beginning today, to choose a different path, to decide that what life will look like going forward will not be the same as it was until this point. And that very much starts the stages as we begin to read the 7 Haftarot, what we call the Shiva Dinechemta, do not just mean the 7 Haftarot of comfort, but the Shiva Dinechemta are the 7 Haftarot on which we choose a different path, on which we reconsider and we reanalyze. And those 7, of course, lead us right up to Rosh Hashanah, to the new year, when we set our decisions, when we look at the year ahead and we decide what that year is going to look like. That is Nechama. That is true comfort, to be able to look at things, reconsider, and decide to do them better than ever before. Shabbat Shalom.